Hey guys, and welcome to Quality Shot. Some breaking news, and I tell you what, some really good news if you're an Andy Murray fan. Ivan Lendl has got back together with Ivan Lendl. It is a fantastic working partnership. I have to say, it's beared so much fruit in the past. And you might be thinking, well, he's had quite a few coaches, Andy Murray, Jamie Delgado to say one, and he hasn't really managed to find someone since splitting with Jamie Delgado recently. He's tried with a few coaches, but nothing's really come of it. Now he has confirmed that after the Miami Masters, which will only be in a few weeks' time, he will start working with Lendl. He will be missing the clay court swing, as we know. He announced that probably about a month or so ago. So they will be focusing the whole time when the clay court swing is going on the grass season. He won all three of his Grand Slams under the tutelage of Ivan Lendl, so two Wimbledon titles and one US Open in 2012, also winning the two Olympic golds as well. So one in 2012, one in 2016. All of that whilst working under Lendl. He also became world number one under Ivan Lendl as well. So it's really exciting, I have to say. I think he's had a couple of mental blocks in some matches recently. I think the form and his actual the ability that he's shown, I think, and the level of tennis he's been able to play, sorry, even has been pretty good at times, but at other times it's not been great. It's fluctuated, I think, a bit too much for his liking. Someone who has built really his game on consistency, it hasn't really been the case as of late. We've seen some very good performances being put in at Grand Slams, but then inevitably falling short in those kind of epic matches. And then in some of the Masters or in some of the small tournaments, 500s, 250s, he hasn't really progressed as far as he would have liked. So a couple of upsets and just a couple of flat looking performances. So hopefully this is the type of pick me up he needs to get him into a better frame of mind. I think his game physically, he looks okay. I know obviously he's had that hip resurfacing injury or surgery, sorry, even, but since that time, I think in the past 6 months, he's probably not the best he has since that surgery. That's not to say that this is the former world number one form that we're seeing now, but it's definitely a positive sign. It's really intriguing because when you look at it as well, he's actually got a wild card for Indian Wells, which is upcoming. So we'll see how well he does there. But he'll then have 2 months to train and prepare for the grass court season. Lendl won't be in Indian Wells, as I said, because he'll be, starting in Miami, but most likely will be helping him remotely. And then he's also going to add an additional coach to travel with them when they are on tour. Uh, so most likely he'll be with him at Queen's Club and Wimbledon as well, which is a fantastic thing to do, genuinely. But if you look at some of the set of results he's had this year, after reaching the final of Sydney International, even in January, Murray has lost in the second round of the four tournaments he has played. After an excellent five-set win over Basilashvili in the first round of the Australian Open, he lost to Taro Daniel, which was a big upset. There's a lot to look into here. I'm just hoping that Ivan Lendl, of course, a former Grand Slam champion himself, won 8 Grand Slams, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he will be looking to once again have some type of success. I don't think he's going to win a Grand Slam, but you never know. I think it will be more. They'll be looking to win at least a 500 and then go, okay, we won a 500. Let's try and win 1,000 tournament and then go from there, like sporadic. Well, not sporadically, the opposite sporadically, systematically into the rankings. And yeah, so 8 titles, Australian Open twice, French Open 3 times, US Open 3 times, Wimbledon finalist twice, Ivan Lendl. So one of the greats of the game. And he, I think, has this kind of calmness that you need with someone who is as emotionally involved as Andy Murray. And I'm a big fan of Andy Murray and how he approaches the game. I think at times when he first came onto tour, a lot of people said he might be a little bit boring. I think he managed to break through that barrier and become more entertaining in the sense that if it wasn't always his tennis, it would be that kind of dry sense of humor that now everyone loves. Well, most people love anyway, and a little bit of an infectious personality. And obviously, he's a big advocate for multiple positive campaigns outside of tennis as well. So that's what I wanted to say. Actually, just touch upon this. Of course, there'll be some other videos coming out on other topics, but just a quick news video to talk about Murray and Lendl getting back together, which I think is only a positive sign going forward. So let's see how they go. Can they have a similar success to the past? The past two stints that they had together, or will it just be, it's still a relatively fruitful partnership, but maybe not as much. We shall see. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.